So ladies and gentlemen, we have officially just arrived and entered the Birmingham Central Library, and as you've just seen in the montage, you can see a lot of beautiful pictures of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. And why don't we go ahead and speak to one of the organisers who's actually been working behind the scenes to actually set up all of this. So Bhai Sahab, Bhai Taranjit Singh, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Bhaji, it's amazing to see you here. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good, yeah. It's really nice to see the artwork, and it's really nice when Sangat comes out to see it.
Amazing, Bhaji. Now I can see that you've got a very distinctive t-shirt on you right now. Art Sikh, what's it all about?
Yeah, so a few years ago when the Bapu Surat Singh situation happened and he was on his hunger strike, we were thinking about different ways of, raising awareness about what was happening. And obviously we thought about using our skills as artists, and we thought actually we can do an art exhibition and maybe, raise awareness and teach people about what's happening in Punjab, and raise awareness about Sikhi as well at the same time. And what we realised at the time was there's no organisation out there to support and help artists, to show their work, to support them in terms of, getting their work out there, getting it out to the Sangat. So we set up Art Sikh. It's a voluntary organisation, non-profit, and all we do is we share people's artwork, we raise awareness about different artists around the world, and we set up exhibitions. And so far we've been doing exhibitions at the Gurdwara and community centres, and I think this is the second time that we've done an exhibition in an official public location. So the first one was Walsall Art Gallery last year. We did Vaisakhi, we did a massive exhibition there, and then when this situation came up, our other volunteer Suman Kaur, she contacted the library and said obviously it's 550th celebration of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. This is the second largest population of Sikhs in the UK. So it'd be really nice if we could do a little exhibition. So they gave us this space for 2 months to let us put up artwork about Guru Nanak Dev Ji.
It's fantastic. So it's very generous that the Birmingham Central Library has actually, given us the permission to do this. And Bhaji, of course, as I've entered the library, I've seen so many nice pictures and a lot of smiley faces from the Sangha and people from diverse backgrounds, looking at these amazing pictures. So of course we've got many pictures here today. I think roughly speaking, how many do you have? About 18 different art pieces?
Different art pieces, and these are artists from around the world. So we've got artists from India, we've got artists from Russia, we've got artists from Kenya, and the majority are from here in the UK. And so yeah, we've got a diverse range of artists who have contacted us online. And what we did was we collected, when the library said, agreed to let us do the exhibition here, then we contacted the artists, we got the samples together, we spoke to the library, showed them the artwork, and then they helped to kind of select the artworks that they wanted to put up. Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. So essentially speaking, how you were mentioning that so many different countries have got involved. So essentially we've got so many countries involved in one central location in Birmingham, which is, if you look from that perspective, it's quite huge, which is fantastic. So we're more just good, but of course everything has happened, and obviously with the support of the Sangha as well, and what you guys are doing behind the scenes. So Bhaji, of course, there's many influential Sikh figures, in the Sikh community. We can talk about Maharaj Ranjit Singh, we can talk about Banda Singh Bahadur, we can talk about Baba Deep Singh Ji, but why specifically Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj?
I think it's his. I think the reason that Guru Nanak Dev Ji's message and his artwork is here today, because of his universal message of oneness, because he was for everyone and he treated everyone equally, and I think that message, everyone kind of appreciates. And so we've invited people from different faiths, people from different backgrounds, different organisations to come and view the exhibition, and they all kind of appreciate that oneness because it involves them. It basically says to them that you are part of our Sangat as well, and I think that's what's so special about Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and the thing that everyone can find an affinity with, that he was just universal oneness and accepting of people from different backgrounds.
That's amazing, that's amazing. So Satsang, stay tuned, we've got a lot of exclusive and brilliant things lined up. Of course we just spoke to one of the organisers of the whole, the whole project itself. But we've got some nice public figures who have arrived here today as well, some good friends, and also some lovely people from different backgrounds as well. So why don't we go ahead and meet some of these people, and later on, why don't we do some commentary of the lovely pictures as well. So Satsang, stay tuned, let's go ahead to the next scene. So guys, we're here over to the next location, looking at more pictures of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. And with us today we got Tommy, who's one of the associates of one of the beautiful schools in Wolverhampton. So Tommy, would you like to come on the stage right now? And briefly introduce yourself. Nice to meet you, my friend.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How's your day been so far?
It's been absolutely wonderful.
Yeah?
Fantastic, yes.
I mean, we're having lovely weather outside as well. I think the weather on the inside is looking quite good as well. What do you think?
I think it really is, absolutely. It makes all the difference being inside here, working here today as well, yeah.
So tell me, for some of the people watching at home who may not know about your background, can you tell us about yourself, please?
Yes, I'm currently an assistant principal at the King's School in Wolverhampton, who've long been supporters of the Sikh art world as well, who actually encouraged me to attend today at this fantastic Sikh art exhibition.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So tell me, of course, you're here today. What's actually inspired you to actually have a look at some of these beautiful pictures, and why specifically, at Birmingham Central Library?
I think it's such a special place, Birmingham Central Library, as a cultural hub. I think this is where exhibitions like this one needs to be. I thought, as soon as I heard that this exhibition was taking place in the centre of Birmingham, city that I've grown up in as well, I thought I've got to come down and see what's going on. And it does help that colleagues of mine really encouraged it. They said this is a place where Sikh art, they've worked hard to get this location. I think they've had locations in Warsaw, in Wolverhampton, and now finally it's come to the centre of Birmingham, and I think wonderful, really, really fantastic.
So guys, as you can see, there's some lovely, lovely more pictures behind us. Sat Guru Nanak Dev Ji, why don't we go ahead and meet one of the actual artists who actually painted some of these pictures. So Baji Pinder Ji, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Baji, what's your full name?
My name is Pinder Chopra.
You're one of the artists who actually, painted. Is it painted or is it digital painting?
It is digital painted. It's painted on a program called Coral.
Okay.
So yeah, it's basically the same kind of thing, same aspect. So you have your empty canvas, your paints and your brushes. So you just paint along as you go. That's why,
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So before we continue, I can see we've got some lovely people who've been, watching these pictures. So what's your name?
Jill.
Very nice to meet you. So I know that you've been watching some of these pictures so far.
Yes.
And what we're wondering is which one's been your favourite so far, and how much would you rate them out of 10?
Oh, rating them out of 10. Gosh, that's so difficult. They're all absolutely beautiful and also individual. But I think my absolute favourite is this one.
Oh.
And this gets 11 out of 10.
11 out of 10. I mean, Binder, you must be feeling over the moon right now. What would you say about that?
Oh, what can I say? I just can't thank her enough, to be honest with you.
It's praise well deserved. It's absolutely glorious.
I mean, what do you like most about this picture here? What stands out to you?
I love the warmth of it. It's the fact that you're looking at this complete stranger who is actually enticing you to come, to be welcomed, and you don't get enough of that in the world today, and that's absolutely glorious.
Wow.
Yes.
So, Binder, what was the meaning behind this picture?
Like Jill said, it was the welcoming that Guru Nanak Dev Ji is there for everybody. Sabatta Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And it's like, whoever stands in front of the painting from anywhere in the world, Guru Nanak Dev Ji is there saying, I am yours. That's the depiction I wanted to portray. That, if you look at it, I've got quite a bit of symbolism into it. You got the sardan, the doorway, but there's no door.
Okay.
So Guru da Dar Hamesha Sarli Khula, the door is open to everybody, to Guru's place. And if you look also, the hinges are on our side, so the barriers are created by us. So when I was painting the painting, that was me painting my feelings into it. Yeah, but it's me, he's creating these barriers, but the Guru's heart is open to everybody. The door's not on their side, it's on my side. Yeah, and also I wanted Guru Nanak Dev Ji to be like a grandfatherly figure. Because in the way that the grandparents love their grandchildren more than their own children. It's an Indian saying. And I wanted
to see where it's coming from, right?
I can, absolutely. And that, just adding those few details, for me, has really enhanced it even more.
So as Binder Baji was just mentioning, so you can see Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, but you can see the hinges at the front. So he's opening his arms saying, you're welcome to have all these beautiful values. Yeah. But we're kind of just closing the door at him. So that's the meaning behind the picture. And I mean, Binder, you're doing incredibly well to actually do such an amazing painting, a digital painting. How long did it actually take to actually make this?
Oh, on and off, I'd say about 3 months. But I do work, so it's like I'll work mainly on weekends. So that's why it took me a little bit of time to do it.
So I mean, 3 months sounds like a very short time for us, but I'd say if we were to make something like this, it'd probably take us for years, wouldn't it?
Years. and I'm sure you were changing details as you went along and fine-tuning it. But it perfectly encapsulates what you have just explained to me. It's brilliant.
That's fantastic. Now, of course, I know you're here with your family members, your friends as well?
Family, yes, yes.
So what do they think about, these pictures? If you
They
were to represent your family here.
Yeah, well, they certainly see what I see in this particular image. Yeah, and as you say, your friend has got this image at the front door,
Wow.
which is perfect, isn't it? Welcome.
That's
Yeah.
brilliant. I mean, it's very nice to have you guys here. Actually checking this out. So thank you for guys coming in.
You're welcome.
And for those of you who's watching at home, we're going to continue checking out more amazing pictures of Dana Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. So stay tuned and let's continue the journey. So guys, I can't help myself but look at more of these beautiful pictures. Now we've got Ranveer, one of the artists who actually made one of these pictures, and we've got some lovely spectators over here as well. So why don't we go ahead and introduce the spectators first and then the artist himself. So let's start over here. What's your name and how old are you?
Simran, and I'm 10 years old.
Very nice to meet you. How old are you and what's your name?
I'm Anya and I'm 10.
How about yourself?
I'm Ria and I'm 30.
Nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you guys. So Ranveer, nice to meet you. So we know your name is Ranveer.
Yeah.
I'm okay to ask for your age as well, just to keep the cycle going.
Yep, I'm 26, and as you've already said, my name's Ranveer, and I run the art page on Instagram, RS Diverse Art.
Lovely.
That's my art name, so.
Fantastic. So
Yep.
definitely do check that out, guys. And Ranveer, you said you're 26-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like 22, so, he's a young lad, looking big, so fantastic.
I'll take the compliment. I usually get told I look older,
Oh,
so I'm quite happy with that.
Amazing. So we can see your amazing art piece just in front of us.
Yeah.
Now, every art piece has a certain name. What would you call this art piece?
For me, this one's just quite simply, it's what you see when what you get with this. So this is Guru Nanak and the Golden Temple, as it's labelled on my website.
Also known as Sri Harmandir Sahib.
Yeah, so also known as Harmandir Sahib. The idea of this art piece was Guru Nanak being the creator of Sikhi and Harmandir Sahib being sort of one of the last standing figures of Sikhism from back in the days. And this was to basically show the idea in Sikhi of unity, where Harmandir Sahib's almost that place where everybody can go, that hub, everybody's welcome, and it's so famously known all around the world. And so the whole idea of this is where everybody goes for unity. You got one of our gurus, the creator of Sikhi, who really emphasised that and emphasised peace and everything, looking over and almost casting his peaceful eye over everybody. So the idea of this piece is to create that sense of calmness when you look at it, and that was what I really tried to grasp.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So we've got some lovely spectators over here. You have travelled quite a distance as well. I mean, you travelled all the way from London as well.
I did.
Before we continue speaking to the spectators, how has your journey been like from London to, travelling to Birmingham?
It's been nice. It's not been bad. It took me about 2 hours. The weather's quite nice today, so it's always quite enjoyable. Put some good music on the way.
Not much traffic as well.
No, and I was surprised there was no traffic in Birmingham either, given the roadworks. So it was quite easy to find the car park, everything, and luckily it's a nice library just opposite, so couldn't complain with that.
Talk about traffic and talk about cars. How did you guys drive here today? Did you drive the car here today?
No, we went in a tram.
You went in a tram. Now, big important question. Did any of you guys drive the tram here today?
I went in a tram.
You went in a tram as well. How about yourself? Did you drive in a tram as well?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So guys, you're seeing this amazing art piece that's been made by Ranveer, and it's talking about Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Sri Harmandir, so with that link over there. If you want to just turn around and look at the picture. So I know you've been looking at different pictures so far, but what can you see about this picture? What stands out to you?
The Golden Temple.
The Golden Temple.
It has that outline of the white because it kind of blends into the background.
Amazing. How about yourself? What do you think about the picture and what actually, significantly stands out to you?
I like the sky because it goes from darker to light.
Amazing. The contrast between the colours. How about yourself?
I like the water reflection, how the light bounces off it and makes it look 3D.
I didn't spot the water reflection. That's actually a good point. That's amazing. So personally for myself as well, I quite like the contrast between, the black and white of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj and Sri Harmandir Sahib, and the nice deep blue and the light blue shade at the background as well. So there's a nice bit of contrast going on. So why was it, what actually came in your mind from a creative angle? Why did you make the actual thing itself pop out as black and white and the background as blue?
I think usually, just on a day-to-day perspective, everybody likes daylight, don't they? Yeah. So the idea was I wanted to make the blue stand out, again to go back to the idea of calm and invoke a sort of emotion within yourself to wake up and you feel good looking at this. And if I added too much colour to this, the issue I would have had then is that contrast no longer exists. And it doesn't stand out. I wanted to really make this stand out. I wanted to make it pop. So when you look at it, you instantly see it and you can't miss out on that. You will see that, it will stand out and you'll automatically recognise it. The other reason I wanted to do this is because of the level of detail I've gone into. I wanted the person viewing this piece to actually come up close. So what you'll notice is every single piece on this Harmandir Sahib, I've actually used reference photos which are really super zoomed in. So I've used the finest pens, I've used the .005 tip pen, and with that pen I've able to capture all the details that you will actually see. Well, maybe not all, because I've not been there a long time, but most of the details that you will
what you remember.
Yeah, from what I remember and what I've actually got from reference photos from Harmandir Sahib. So I know you can't see it on camera, but if you actually come up close, just there, you'll even see like a tiny ikon god. And on the paper, the actual paper, the original is A2. So capturing that, the actual size of that ikon god, if I was to go on height, it's about 3 millimeters big. Which is tiny, but I've used the finest pens I can. It's almost like a needle tip. That
is amazing. And we just to let you know that a very great thing is that our cameras are very quite good, so they actually can capture. They can capture the finer details. Good. So in the same way that you capture the finer details using the 0.005 pencil. Pen. Oh, was it a pen?
Yeah.
Wow. So you definitely couldn't make any mistakes with a pen, could you? Yeah. Wow, that's fantastic. So guys, looking at the picture and seeing an artist right in front of you, what does it make you feel? Are you passionate about art? What do you like doing in your spare time?
I like doing art as well, and I find it inspiring.
Wow. So what kind of art do you like to do? Like, have you made some pieces for yourself at home?
Yeah, I've made like landscapes, and I like sketches.
Oh, lovely. So maybe you can work with Ranveer as well in the future. That's a potential. How about yourself?
I like drawing colourful pictures.
Colourful pictures. Well, why not black and white? Do you not like black and white pictures?
I do. Sometimes I use them, but I like colourful more.
They're a bit more vibrant, aren't they? They are a bit more vibrant. How about yourself?
I like to write. Yeah.
Are we talking about poetry? Are we talking? What kind of writing are we talking?
Descriptive, story writing, things like that.
Wow, that's fantastic. So, guys, we've got the future right here. Future creatives, and we've got Ranveer, the current future creative. And we've got a lot of people, spectators watching as well. And we've got Ranveer Nijjad in the background as well. He's not on camera right now, but he's a fantastic lad. He makes a lot of comedy videos as well, so we've got to thank him for coming down as well. Many more artists who'll come here today. Thank you for you guys coming down. I hope you guys make some nice, beautiful pictures and digital artwork like Baji over here.
Thank you.
So Ranveer, you're showing us what you've done so far. What are your steps forward? What are you looking to achieve in the near future?
At the moment, I'm quite busy working on a few commissions and juggling that with my day job. Okay. But in the near future, I'm doing obviously future projects with Art Sikh that will come out. I'm currently working on a couple of more Sikh pieces. I'm doing a Guru Gobind Singh Ji piece and a Guru Nanak piece. But I think the aims for the future are to go beyond and get this more sort of recognised on an international scale. And I think it's good because I think the world should see diverse art and the world should see loads of talent from everywhere, really. You get so much variety. You've got kids now who are going to grow up looking at this stuff and future creators.
Look at the smiles on the faces.
Exactly.
Look at the smiles on the faces.
And so I think it's quite important to have everything recognised, especially from creative elements, because just generally, when you look at an art piece, it's thought-provoking. So the more people that see that, the more people you get thought-provoked, you get people looking at this, you get them thinking. And I think that's really it. It needs to go on an international scale, not just mine, everybody here. It needs to go on an international scale. It would be amazing to see that and see talent from all over the world.
Wow, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So guys, we're going to continue looking at more beautiful art pieces and check out more beautiful scenery here at the Birmingham Central Library. So guys, we're nearing off to the end of the show right now, but don't worry guys, we've still got some amazing content left just for you guys. We hope you're enjoying the show so far. As you can see behind us, we've still got some amazing art pieces to talk about and also speak to some of the people who actually work behind the scenes, some people who've been supporting the cause as well. So Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So we were speaking to Taranjit earlier at the start, and now we're here again talking about these amazing pieces, because not all the artists have come here today, but those who haven't managed to speak to them before we went off. And we've got Manjit here as well. Benji, you've been travelling, did you come down from Leicester, did you say?
I came from Leicester today, yes.
So you come all the way down from Leicester to Birmingham to support the
Sikh, yes, Art Sikh.
Amazing. Taranjit, so as you can see, we've got a nice, beautiful piece of art behind us. What kind of artist is he? What's his type of style?
He does a lot of kind of painting and drawing, and this is actually a watercolor that he's done with pencils as well, drawn over with pencils. And he wanted to show the simplicity of Guru Nanak Dev Ji and the message that even like simple people, you know, can attain spirituality. And so he wanted to portray the simplicity of Maharaj. And he actually did it as a miniature, so it's a miniature painting, and we actually blew it up to like A1 size. So yeah, so it's quite small, it's been blown up, and it's just really nice to see.
I know it's a beautiful picture, and it's lovely to see how the various artists look at Guru Nanak Dev Ji in different ways. So you know, it's really nice. I mean, especially with this new picture, you know, it's different compared to the others as well. So yeah.
So if we just swiftly move over this way, guys. So we had a lot of people coming down from different backgrounds, and we spoke to a nice lady who actually came down with her family and friends as well, checking out some of these pictures. We had some nice positive feedback.
Yeah, we've had a lot of positive feedback, and I think mainly it's been people who have come to the library and didn't know about the exhibition, and it's like a lovely surprise, like that they come here and they see artwork Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and they've all expressed that it's just lovely to see, you know, Guru Nanak Dev Ji's message being expressed, you know, outside the Gurdwara in other public locations and to other people. So
that's the most fantastic thing about it. It's a public location, which means this is in the eyes of the public, not just the Sikh community, but the wider community as well.
Thousands of people come to the library every day, like, and it's very busy. And you've got the theatre next door as well. So I mean, like, it's very, very busy, you know. So
a lot of people surrounding us right now, so checking out the art pieces. And you know, we're right here now, you know, checking out the next piece of art. Now, just, you know, having a quick glance of it, you can see Maharaj, you know, up in the trees, and you can see Ikonkar shining from the bottom. And from what I can see the roots of Ikonkar starting everything, and Maharaj is flourishing up in the skies. That's amazing. So can you tell us about the details?
This is an India-based artist called Jind Koman, and basically what she's tried to depict is the roots that Guru Nanak Dev Ji, you know, the seeds that Guru Nanak Dev Ji planted have now become a massive, strong tree, and obviously Maharaj is at the top. So it's a beautiful piece of artwork. It communicates 1,000 words, you know,
definitely does,
in an image like in it. So that's why we think, you know, artwork is very powerful in the message that it can give.
I mean, just by looking at, if you zoom into this corner over here, Sar Sangji, I mean, you can see some people just giving out the langar, which is one of the main principles that Guru Nanak Dev Ji was actually installed in the system. And Baji, what can you see about the picture in the right hand corner?
Yeah, so this is Guru Nanak Dev Ji sitting down with Bhai Bala and Bhai Mardana, and they're doing kirtan, and you can see here that this is the story of Bhai Lalo when they were offered langar, and then when they saw that from the person who was persecuting the employees, blood came out of it.
He was doing bad deeds.
And hard work was obviously milk came out of it. So it's just showing different aspects of Guru Nanak Dev Ji and how those kind of principles gave birth to Sikhi. And here you can see in the middle as well, you see when Guru Nanak Dev Ji was born as a child, that from them was shining that kind of universal Vaheguru.
Just going back over this, it shows about the essence of Gitgani and living an honest living, and you know how that actually becomes fruitful when you actually share with your food, becoming langar as well. And that baby, I mean, I didn't spot that at first, but now that you mentioned it, that's incredible. Wow.
Yeah. So this is where it all began from. Guru Nanak Dev Ji was the seed and the planted that grew into this, you know, beautiful tree which is Sikhi now. So
it's very lovely to see that, you know, Mataji is in these photographs of it, because, you know, women do play an important part in Sikhi, and to see that in this picture is just actually, you know, amazing. Yeah.
I mean, we can go on for like forever talking about this picture, because like she mentioned, like one picture can express 1,000 words, but I think with this one, it probably express about 1,000,000 words, to be honest. So if you just go over here, guys, wow, this is quite. Who's created this one?
Saminder Kaur, she's known as SKTV Art Core on Instagram, and so she's 18 years old, from India, from Jharkhand, and basically she wanted to show the piece of Guru Nanak Dev Ji while he was doing his ardas.
Before you continue, she's 18 years old and she's created this. Wow, that's incredible.
So the way that we work with artists from India is they usually send us their artwork, and then we will print it for them, so they'll send us a scan. So yeah, it's a beautiful piece of artwork.
And talk about Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, we've got this amazing little post over here as well, expressing the 550. So one of the ideas of actually having this exhibition was to celebrate Guru Nanak Dev Ji's 550 Prakash Purb. Wasn't that right, Baji?
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, so we wanted to kind of send that message out into the wider community, and also with this we've got if you want to see the artworks and know what the message behind the artworks is, because we couldn't put them up here because there's no place to put them up, because they have to be put on a certain way. You can have a look on our website and our blog, and we've got a blog there which explains each and every artwork and what the artist's message was for doing the artwork.
I just want to say a quick sorry to the viewers because I know my hand was kind of blocking, this post over here. So, you can definitely check out Sikh on Instagram and Facebook as well. So definitely do check out the hard work that they do.
So if there's other artists out there who are kind of struggling or looking for kind of help and advice, that's what we're there for. We're here to kind of support and mentor, because we're a bit older now and we're seeing, within our community there's not a lot of support for artists or artistic endeavours. So we're trying to change that by kind of saying that actually, a lot of us do make living in creative fields, so we're trying to say that this is good field to go into, and there's you can have a lot of kind of fulfillment out of creating artwork like this. Yeah.
So in a way, you guys are a platform to help express the artwork that artists do, in the same way that Sikh is a platform that gives you guys the opportunity to actually give it out to the wide viewers and let them know about Sikh and other organisations as well. The west side, we'll have to travel over there. Okay, very interesting. Oh, we live? We live? Oh, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Satsang Ji, you have just experienced an amazing art exhibition, Sikh art exhibition by Art Sikhs. Satsang Ji, we're right here, we're outside, back, getting some nice fresh air. Although we had some fresh on the inside, it's nice to come back outside as well. As you can see, we're still in front of the Birmingham Central Library, the main place of Birmingham, arguably some might say. Satsang Ji, we just want to use this opportunity to say thank you to each and every single one of you for tuning in right now and enjoying this amazing experience. Personally, I fully enjoyed the experience and checking out all these amazing artists and amazing art pieces. Satsang Ji, as you can see, I was just looking at the naksha, looking at the beautiful map. We're looking where I'm about to head off next. You can see the town hall, you can see many beautiful places, the city centre gardens. Birmingham is a town full of places where you can adventure. So Satsang Ji, I'm going to carry on the quest of providing more exclusive content for you guys. So Satsang, stay tuned and keep watching Sikh Channel TV. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.